This conference will now be recorded.
I hope all of you can hear me. That's great. Guys, we're just waiting for a couple of more participants to join. And if it's all right, we're just going to be starting in another 5 minutes, if that makes sense. Would that be all right? Perfect. So we'll just give ourselves another 5 minutes and more people are going to be joining. I just hope that everybody gets the same value and they don't miss anything. That's why I'm just keeping this 5 minutes buffer time and then we'll begin. All right. So see you in just about 5 more minutes. All right, guys. Looks like there are good amount of people now, and people are still joining in. So let's begin our today's session. I hope those of you guys who were there yesterday had a pleasant session one and you guys enjoyed it pretty well. So how many of you guys were there yesterday and how did you find yesterday's session? I think I remember Kanishka was there. I think Ashish was there as well. Yati, I think you were there as well yesterday. So uh, what was it? What did you learn from yesterday and what did you do after the session? Did you think about it? Did you find something to, improve on or think on? How was the experience? It would be great if I can get some insights from you guys as well. Because basically yesterday we had talked about what is freelancing, why it is important for you to get into freelancing at this point of time, how does it make sense for you to, understand the importance of creating a digital presence, right? So anybody has any questions, any doubts, any other point that you'd want any clarity from me at the moment? Anyone? Thanush, Vidya? Hi Manoj, how are you? I see Sandalu is joined as well. Great going. So guys, today what we're going to be focusing on is primarily कि हमने ये तो समझ लिया कि भैया freelancing क्या है, right? हमने ये भी समझ लिया that why it is important for businesses currently to have a digital presence. We've also seen that how we can expand our business across the globe as a freelancer, how we can reach out to other people, right? But there are a couple of things that we need to keep in mind. Number one, if you're beginning as a freelancer, वो कौन से skills हैं, right, which are most important at this point of time, given the situation, given COVID-19, given how the world is behaving right now, how the consumers are behaving right now, right? That is important for us to understand. Secondly, once we've understood कि ये जो skills हैं specifically in digital marketing जिनकी need सबसे ज़्यादा है, yesterday we had seen looking at one of the most sought after freelancing platforms, we'd seen upwork.com, and वहाँ पे सबसे ज़्यादा जिस चीज़ के projects थे, सबसे ज़्यादा most highly paid projects, they were all belonging to digital marketing. You guys remember that? Whether it was in US, whether it was in Italy, there were different kinds of projects and all of them were focusing on digital marketing. Would you agree with me? All those of you guys who remember from our sessions yesterday, right? Perfect. So आज basically we want to give this approach कि अगर digital marketing is the most sought after skill for a freelancer, तो उसके अंदर वो कौन से further subdivisions आ जाता है, right? How do you subdivide digital marketing? What are the different aspects of digital marketing? We'll look at that, and then we will come at, how do you get your very first freelancing project? All right, so you guys ready to dive into the session? If you are excited, write a big capital yes with as many exclamation marks as possible so I can understand your excitement level. Very good. Great, guys. So let me share my screen with you. I hope I'm audible clearly. I hope I'm visible. I hope I'm just sharing my screen as well. So I hope that screen is also visible to you. Is that okay, guys? Perfect. So let's dive into what exactly digital marketing is. So Anisha, Praveen, Vidya, Ashika, tell me guys, what do you think digital marketing is all about? And when we keep on saying कि यार इस business की digital marketing करनी चाहिए या फिर I want to sell my products across the globe, I want to be digitally active, how can I reach out to people across the globe? When you think of the word digital marketing, what comes to your mind? Anyone? Anybody would want to share their field? Sandulu says Amazon. Sandulu, Amazon is an e-commerce website, yes. And सबसे ज़्यादा वो product it is able to sell is because of utilizing digital marketing, right? Manoj is saying Facebook and Instagram. Okay. What else? How about other people? What do you think what digital marketing is? Social media marketing. Sneh is saying social media marketing. Okay. Creating online presence. Ripple is saying creating online presence. Let's take it from a very basic point of view. If I have a business, right? If I have a business and मैं चाहता हूँ कि मेरा जो business है that reaches out to maximum amount of people, right? I want everybody to know that this is my product, this is my service, this is what I want to be selling, right? And this is the value. My product or my service can add this particular value to your lives. This is how it can help you, right? So the thing is, जब हमारे पास, let's say, there was no computer, there was no mobile phone penetration, there was not a lot of internet penetration, what was our approach of marketing? हम क्या करते थे? We would put down billboards, right? We would create TV ads, we would create newspaper ads, we would create events, right? All of those things, all of those activities happening through offline model. Now if we talk about the this marketing, right? Offline marketing, offline ka matlab basically every kind of marketing which you're doing out there in the real world, right? Chahe it is putting the billboards, chahe it is putting the newspaper ads, or it is putting TV ads, or it is spreading through pamphlets. You remember when we were kids, हमारे पास newspaper आते थे, and newspaper के अंदर there used to be multiple pamphlets and brochures about local businesses. How many of you guys remember that time? Sometimes you still get it. A local restaurant will put its menu inside your newspaper and that would come to you. Would you agree with that? How many of you guys remember that happening? Right? So what do you think is the biggest drawback of offline marketing? Like agar mera business Noida mein hai and I want to do my business with people based in, let's say, Chennai or Calcutta or Mumbai, or for that matter New York, or for that matter Paris, or for that matter in down there in Australia. Exactly, right? If I want to create my presence across these different locations, a lot of it will get into high cost, right? Plus, can you think as an organization ki yaar, I am going to be creating this billboard, so will you be able to calculate exactly कितने लोगों ने उस billboard को देखा, कितने लोगों ने उस billboard को देख के they made a perception that I'm going to go back home and purchase this product, right? And how many people, can you measure that, how many people actually like what you are showcasing onto that? No, right? Exactly. So you cannot reach out to everyone. That's the problem, right? The mass appeal is less, right? It's not measurable. You can't measure exactly that how much of your efforts in marketing are converted into sales or service, right? And it becomes very costly. Also, one of the big things is why becoming a freelancer in this current scenario has become easier as compared to before, because through digital marketing or through digital means you can reach out to anyone at anywhere, at any country, in any location. Agreed? Do you agree with that? That if I want to start doing my business today, right, and I want to sell my services to everyone based out in the US, I can do that now without any obstacles, without actually thinking ki, bhai, how am I going to target people in the US? How am I going to make them know that I am doing this kind of a business based out of India, right? So all of that is now possible with the help of digital marketing. So when we replace, जब हम ये brochures and pamphlets को replace कर देते हैं with mobile phones or with internet, right? Or when we replace these billboards with Facebook posts, right? तो क्या हो रहा है? जितनी भी marketing activity that we were doing in the offline world, once it gets converted and once it starts delivering on mobile phones, on laptops, on computer systems, on Google, on Times of India, etc., then it becomes a digital marketing purpose. Does that make sense? आई बात समझ में? कहां से offline marketing की जो principles है, the offline marketing principles, when we apply it to the digital world, and the digital world consists of mobile phones, tablets, laptops, and applications, so on and so forth, right? Once you do that, that is when you start doing digital marketing. And with the help of digital marketing, What are you able to do? You're reaching out to a large amount of people. Can you tell me how many users are there on Facebook? Anybody knows that? How many users are there on Facebook? Overall, globally? Anybody knows that value? 300 crore. Uh, if I say 2 billion, Sondalu, if that is 300 crore, then you're right. Right? 2 billion, 2.4 or 2.5 billion people are there on Facebook. What is the population of India? The population of India is around 1.5 billion, right? 130 crore people. So there are more number of people on Facebook than they are existing in India itself. Like literally twice or thrice amount of people who are there on Facebook. Now these people who are on Facebook are also having mobile phones. They're also having internet access. They're also having laptops, right? So can you imagine in just one single click, you are able to reach out to so many people across the globe, right? Approximately 300 crore people. That is literally half of the population in the world, right? Half of the population in the world is present on internet, is present on Facebook, is present on digital marketing platforms. And if you know these skills, right, you can help not only expanding your business to reach out to all of these 300 crore people across the globe, but also आप उन businesses की भी help कर सकते हो who want to reach out to these people. And that's the beauty of digital marketing. You're there not only to these 300 crore people, but you are there in their personal space. What is the most private thing that you own in today's time that you do not want to share with anybody else? Your mobile phone? Would you agree with me? Yes or no? You don't like when your friend takes your phone, or you don't like when your parents take your phone, or you don't like कि कोई और आपके phone में देखे, because that is an asset that you have and it's very private to you. Us as digital marketers can reach to your most personal space. Imagine रात के 2 बज रहे हैं and Colgate वाले लोग आते हैं knocking on your door and saying buy this toothpaste. Is that possible in real scenario? You're asleep or you're lying on your bed at night at 2 o'clock and somebody knocks on your door and doorbell rings and they say, sir, हम Colgate बेचना है. Is that possible? Yes or no? No, right? But it is absolutely possible that you are lying on your bed or your target prospect is relaxing, watching Netflix or doing Tinder on their phones, and then you're knocking on their door through their mobile phones and saying, look, this is a new service or new product that I'm selling. I guess you might be interested in that. Is that possible in today's time? Would you say yes to it? Right? That whatever in any personal time that you're with your mobile device, and I as an organization, I as a product company, I as a service company can reach out to you in your most private times, in your most private device, and tell you that this is the service and this is the product that I'm offering, right? That is the beauty of digital marketing. Giving the exact product, exact service to the right person at the right time so that they make a buying decision, right? And all of that, all of this digital marketing is being able to take place because of these core 4 or 5 platforms which are there present for us, right? What are those platforms? Anybody can say that? What is this? At night, let's say at any point of time you're searching where to get best shoes. What is this? Mintra.com coming up over here, Flipkart coming up over here, right at the top. Now if you, for example, Kanishka, what is the business that interests you the most? Or Manoj, what is the business that interests you the most? या आपको वो करना है? Anybody? If you would want to have a website, what would it be for? And anybody can give me an answer to that. अगर किसी को अपनी वेबसाइट बनानी है तो क्या चीज बेचना पसंद करोगे? Anyone? Nandini would want to have a website for dress shopping, all right. Dhanush, civil drafting services. Very interesting. All right, so imagine this. If you know the basic principles of digital marketing, and if somebody is typing, let's say, best civil drafting services over here, best civil drafting services, right? And if somebody is looking at these search results, what you would want, it was Dhanush, right? What you would want at your website is present right at the top, right over here, somewhere like where CAD Crowd is or Silicon Info is, right? Civil drafting and engineering services. Now, if you know digital marketing and if you understand the basic principles and if you learn it, how would you like, Dhanush, if agar aapki website is over here instead of cadcrowd.com, right at the top of Google, there are more chances that people are going to be clicking on these first 4 or 5 services, yes or no? How many of you usually go to the second or the third page of your website, of your search results, or you only find all the results in the very first page, right? We say in digital marketing, we have a saying that agar aapko murder karna hai, if you ever want to become a murderer and if you want to hide a dead body, hide it in the second page of Google, because nobody ever goes there, right? So every business which is out there in the globe, they would want their services to be listed in this very first page. And if you can do that for other businesses, leveraging your skills, if you know how to do that, imagine how many businesses would readily come to you and say that please meri website ko Google ke first page pe le aao, right? And that is called SEO, or search engine optimization. This is how actually digital marketing started. This is one of the most popular skills in digital marketing that you should learn and you should know, because every business with a website presence or who has a website would want to be listed in the first page of Google. Agreeing with me? Right? Now, what else is there from a digital marketing perspective? Right? Let's say, hmm, right. Can you see these listings right on the top? What is the difference between these search results जो यहाँ पर आ रहे हैं and these search results which are coming over here? Anybody knows the difference between them? What is this? How are they different? Can you spot the difference? Look at it very closely. Can you spot the difference between these two listings and the listings which are coming over here? Over here? What is the difference between them? Absolutely, Dhanush. These are Google AdWords, right? So Google AdWords are what? Google AdWords are basically you're telling Google that, listen, I'm ready to give you X amount of money. Why don't you showcase my website at the top as an ad, right? So as a layman, when I'm searching for hair transplant in Gurgaon, not that I require it, I hope you can see that I don't require it, but just if my target audience is looking at searching for hair transplants in Gurgaon, right? I am more likely to click on these listings over here, right? And these listings are called Google Ads, or we also like to call them as search engine marketing. Now, do you not think that every business, whether local or global, businesses could be anywhere, they always have to have a marketing budget? Agreed. They always have to market their services. Would you agree with that? So they will have a budget on marketing. Now, in a Google and in a digital environment, where is it that they're going to be spending that money to get maximum uh, customers on Google searches? Right? Because everything that we're doing, right from looking for pet food, right, for our dogs, to finding higher education institutes, right, to finding home solutions, to finding interior designers, everything, wherever Whatever is it that we are searching, we are doing that on Google. And if I, as a business, if my website is coming as an ad right on the top, and if you as a freelancer can do that for an individual, for a business, will you not be a highly sought in professional? Would you agree with me on that? If you go and tell someone that I can help you create an ad on Google where all the traffic is coming out, right? So another skill which is highly in demand is Google Ads, which is also known as search engine marketing, right? So SEO, which is search engine optimization, is the process of getting your website listed in the first page of Google organically. When I say organically, you don't have to pay any money to Google for that. And Google Ads is basically when you're paying certain amount of money to Google to get your website there in the top lists, right? So a lot of businesses do not have the time to wait for SEO results. So they would say, listen, this is here 50,000 rupees for you, and you spend it on getting ads on Google, right? So that is how you make money as a freelancer, as a Google Ads expert. All right. Then the third aspect that comes into digital marketing in the present scenario, let's look at this. Kanishka, the cost is basically what you do give to Google, right? It depends on your marketing budget, and there are a lot of technicalities into, you know, which kind of keywords you want to rank for or you want to run an ad for. So anybody can do it, anybody can learn the skills and do it, but the technicalities, how do you spend less money and get most results, is what makes a good Google ad expert, right? Or from a normal one. All right. So anyone can do it, but you need to learn it properly in order to ensure that you're not spending a lot of money and getting the best results out of it. All right. Now I wanted to show you this particular metric over here. Look at this. This is a little older metric because Facebook key value has gone from 1.15 billion to 2.25, right? So many users. Let's look at this. This is the most recent one, April 2020. Look at that. Facebook, 2.4 billion people on Facebook. YouTube, 2 billion people on YouTube. WhatsApp, 2 billion people on WhatsApp. I hope you all of you can see that, this image. Sorry, just reset. Yeah. Look at that. Facebook Messenger, 1.3 billion. Instagram, 1 billion people, right? Snapchat, Pinterest, there's so many social media channels out there. All that we as individuals are doing in today's time period is to spend massive amount of time on social media. Would you agree with me? We spend a lot of time on social media every now and then. We spend either, so up until a few years back, when I was, let's say 5-6 years ago, people of our generation used to be much more active on Facebook. Now it is our parents' generation which is much more active on Facebook, and our generation is more active on Instagram, right? Up until now we had TikTok as well, but thanks to the law, TikTok is now out of our country. Otherwise there were approximately, you know, nearly 1.5 billion users on TikTok as well. So if YouTube is a big channel out there all the time. If you're going to be searching for something, you're either searching on YouTube, yeah, where you're looking on Google. So when, as a marketing person or as someone who wants to market their product, which is a better place to market your product? The one जहां पे सबसे ज्यादा लोग time spend कर रहे हैं, right? या फिर वो जगह जहां पे कोई लोग देख ही नहीं रहा है? Option A or option B? What do you think? Where people are spending more time, option A, and where people are not spending enough time, option B. It's A, right? Why? Because everybody's attention is on their mobile phones. How many of you guys travel by bus or metros before the lockdown? How many of you guys have done that? By metros or by train or by buses or by public transport? Have you noticed one thing which has become very peculiar? If you observe, you would see that nearly 90% of the people traveling with you in a bus or in a metro or in a train, they would all have their heads down. Doing what? They would be occupied by their mobile phones, doing something or the other, right? अब चाहे मैं कितने भी billboards लगा दूं on the train or in the railway station or on the aeroplane or anywhere, if my target audience head is always constantly shifted down looking at their mobile phones, if I have multiple ads over here, I'm not going to see. I'm only going to see the ad which is coming on my mobile phone. Agreed? So that is the reason that we have to reach out to everyone who is present in the digital marketing network and primarily through social media. So the third skill, which is very important in today's time from digital marketing perspective, is social media marketing, right? And inside social media marketing, there comes like Facebook and Instagram, right? You have YouTube, you have LinkedIn, right? So there are plenty of different social media channels, but these are the four most sought after social media channels for marketing. Twitter as well. So you would have seen that so many brands, let's say for example, um, let's say Lakme. Just loading in a bit. But have you noticed nearly every brand, whether it is McDonald's, whether it's KFC, whether it's Lakme, whether it's Ponds, whatever it is, they have presence on Facebook and Instagram. Would you agree? So if large businesses have presence on Facebook and Instagram and they are making use of it, they're leveraging the population over there, usko istemal kar rahe hain अच्छे से to reach out to a lot of number of people. Shouldn't smaller businesses also use social media to reach out to their target audience? How many of you think yes, we should do and it is beneficial, right? A doctor in my neighborhood, a salon in my neighborhood, right? Let's say a retail Spencer store in my neighborhood, right? If all of these businesses, a restaurant, right, a CA, a lawyer, if all of these businesses can also utilize the power of digital marketing to reach out to their customers, wouldn't then they will become absolutely independent and get a nice source of income as well? And who would be driving that entire increase in their business through digital marketing? It would be people like you who are interested in freelancing and are interested in developing these skills, right? So search engine optimization is one of the digital marketing skills that you should know, right? Google ads is another very important skill that you should be knowing. Social media marketing, how to market on Facebook and Instagram, on YouTube and LinkedIn and Twitter, this becomes very important. And another aspect is email marketing, right? Email marketing is one of the most oldest way of reaching out to your target market, but it is still very efficient. How many of you guys would have received an email from our site to remind you about the webinar? You might have received it day before yesterday, then yesterday, and even today. Did you receive emails from us? And what if I tell you that these emails were designed 1 month back, right? Even you also got reminders, right? You receive, I designed these emails 1.5 months back, and I did not even have to look whether or not my emails are going to you in order to remind you about the webinars. All automation, a lead generation cycle on automation, wherein you're reaching out to people, you're designing your campaigns, you are scheduling them, and automatically the email is going out to you at the right point of time, so that the right results are being activated. Does that make sense to all of you guys? Can you imagine the entire digital marketing universe now? Can you imagine? There's so much that you can do, not only for yourself to improve your business, but for smaller businesses across the globe. Now imagine if during the lockdown had many different businesses applied themselves into the digital world, there would have been less unemployment, there would have been lesser amount of losses that people have incurred, right? Those businesses who had taken the digital route actually performed much better during the lockdown period. Why? Because their entire target market was at home and their entire target market was spending time on the internet. So what do people do when they're spending time on internet? They're ordering stuff. They're either on Amazon or they're on some other e-commerce platform, or they are, let's say, the subscriptions of Amazon Prime and Netflix increase as well, right? Even for a small business like, let's say, a retail shoe shop, right? If they would have converted themselves into an online channel having a digital presence, they would not have had to incur any losses. Rather, they would have expanded their target audience. Does that make sense, guys? So if you are venturing out into freelancing, this digital marketing skill, right, along with that, finally I would want to add, there's something called marketing analytics. This is also very, very popular in the freelance world. Is that you are basically giving informed information to your client or to your target audience, telling them that, all right, my ad works best when it is morning 9 a.m. to evening 10 a.m. Evening 10 p.m. right? So that means you're telling your client that if you run your ad during this time, you're going to get maximum response. Or you are saying that this particular kind of audience, males from 18 years to 25 years, are your target customers based on how they have interacted with your ads. So all the data that you're collecting from these different campaigns that you're running can help you to create better performance for your digital marketing efforts or for your clients' digital marketing efforts. That is why the skills which are most popular in the current scenario are how to become a digital marketer, or basically how to implement digital marketing, and also how to give the data interpretation of how your marketing has been implemented. Does that make sense? Is this clear to everyone? So on a scale of 1 to 5, how many of you guys have now developed this interest in learning digital marketing for yourself and implementing it as a freelancer? 1 being I'm not interested, 5 being yes, I'm very interested. Very good. That's good to see, right? So once you have developed these skills, now comes the real cream, right? Now comes, how do you get your very first freelancing project, right? So for that, I am going to be going on this platform, upwork.com. So what kind of jobs will I be applying for or searching for? You know which skill is most in demand. So what will I be typing over here in this platform? Which skill is in most demand in terms of projects? Absolutely, right? So what I'm simply going to do, guys, over here, I'm going to find digital marketing. I'll simply type that, right? Look at that. So many jobs are opening up over here: digital marketing, social media marketing, strategy manager, agency assistant, etc. Right? Simply, I'm going to click on this and search for different jobs that are available. Right now, because I'm a first time freelancer, I have to think about two things, right? How would somebody be trusting in me, that in my capabilities, right? If I will be reaching out to projects which are very, very complex, and which are very much time demanding, which have a very huge budget in my first attempts to get a project, will I be successful? Or should I have a different strategy of reaching out to those particular customers जिनका budget ज़्यादा high नहीं है, जिनका turnaround time, delivery time is not that very high, and they don't want very high quality work. They are happy with somebody being able to implement little bits in their business. As a fresh first time freelancer, what will I be choosing? Option A, high budget, high money, high delivery kind of projects, or option B, lesser amount of money but a good amount of digital marketing experience as well? I'll go for option B, right? So let's see how we can do that, how we can filter that. So you have this option in Upwork wherein you get this filter button over here. So I'll simply click on it. Now you see, if I am a new guy, will I choose intermediate or expert level, or I'll rather focus on entry level jobs? Which option should I choose from an experience level point of view? Entry level, intermediate, or expert level? Absolutely right. I'd rather choose with entry level because I know the expectation of the clients looking for entry level talent will not be very high, right? And in the same time, the turnaround time is not going to be very high. So basically, if I get a project today, I should be able to deliver it tomorrow, right? That means I can have multiple volumes of projects, and जितना ज़्यादा volumes of projects आएंगे मेरे पास, उतना ज़्यादा reviews, उतने ज़्यादा feedbacks. This is the logic of why I'm saying that we should target the entry level projects, right? Then we can say the budget could be anything from less than $100 or $100 to $500. I'm choosing the lower budget range from the client's perspective, right? So I'll choose that budget range, which is not that very high, and an entry level guy can also fulfill that, right? Just these two uh, parameters. And then one more thing that I will be choosing is, can you see this option, number of proposals? This basically shows that how many other freelancers have applied for for particular listed jobs. So which, this basically tells me competition. 20 to 50, that means to a particular job at least 20 to 50 freelancers would have applied. Less than 5, that means not a lot of people have actually applied for that job. Which option should I be choosing from here to have a higher chance of getting hired? Less than 5. Brilliant, Nandini. Right? So I'll choose that option. And now look at this. An entire options of jobs posted 14 hours ago. Marketing book create करनी है, sales and marketing jobs, designer, marketer needed, right? Plenty of jobs that are coming over here. Digital marketing manager, less than 5 proposals in United States, Smith, right? This is in Vietnam, right? This is in Australia, this is in Israel. So what I will now do as a freelancer is I'll apply to at least 5 or 6 different jobs that fit my profile. And because I'm not applying to very high number of jobs, right? Because I'm not applying to jobs which require a lot of skill sets, which require a lot of budget, there would be higher chances of me getting my project for the first time, right? And then slowly and steadily, if I am able to get 4 or 5 jobs in a week or in 15 days, it will show on my profile, right? It will show how many hours have I worked. It will show how many clients have I worked with. And because you're working on volume, number of clients that you're working at would be higher, because the turnaround time, the delivery time would be lesser. अगर आप less time में ज़्यादा projects develop कर सकते हैं, deliver कर सकते हैं, you will have a higher number of feedback, higher number of testimonials. Do you agree on that? If I am taking a very huge amount of project, a project that takes an entire month, can I focus on other smaller projects? Yes or no? Or should I focus on less delivery projects and focus on getting more number of projects? So what happens in the freelance world, people do not see कि आपने एक project को एक महीने तक में काम किया या 2 महीने तक काम किया. What they see is how many projects you have worked on. So the more number of projects that are visible on your profile, higher does your ranking happen. And once your ranking gets better, you can now charge and you can now focus on getting onto intermediate and expert level jobs as well, right? So the process should be, if I want to list down this as a process, number one should be look at core digital marketing jobs, right? Then I'll be look at less budget, less time jobs, right? Look at jobs with less competition, and then finally apply at least 5 jobs per day consistently, right? If you think कि मैंने आज एक job पे apply कर दी है and you're waiting for 1 week for any reply to happen, that does not work. To be very honest with you, you'll have to be consistent. When I say consistent, apply to 4 or 5 different jobs every day. It should be in your routine that every day you are applying to 4 or 5 different jobs, right? Okay, the number of doors, the more the number of doors that you're knocking, higher would be the response rate, right? The more time you will be reaching out to number of people, the better would be the chances to get your first freelancing project, right? But you have to ensure that along with these activities that we've seen, under how do we work in Upwork to get our first freelancing project, what is most important is to ensure these aspects that we'd seen yesterday, right? Your niche and then your profile. If you remember, your how and why should we be creating a good quality profile, right? So agar aap din se 5 se 6 baar you're applying to jobs based on these kinds of bullet points, these kinds of strategy, there would be a higher chance for you to be able to get a first time freelancing project. Another activity that you can do is basically reach out to individual businesses on LinkedIn. How many of you guys know LinkedIn? And how many of you guys have a profile on LinkedIn? Say you have a profile on LinkedIn, right? Very good. So I'm just opening my LinkedIn profile. And if any one of you do want to get connected with me on LinkedIn, you can simply type my name on Google and you should be able to get the very first link is my profile to LinkedIn. It's taking a bit of time to load. Yeah. When Google says, did you mean Priyansh Nigam? Ignore it. This is me. All right. The first link, that is me. My name is Priyash. All my life, throughout my childhood, people mispronounce my name. Story of my life. But anyways, this is the profile. And what I want to show you is how you can utilize LinkedIn to get projects for yourself, right? As a freelancer. A very simple thing. What is important again is to have a very good profile on LinkedIn as well. You should have a full-fledged, complete LinkedIn profile, right? When I say about that, you should be having the right kind of information in your uh, above section itself. People should clearly come to know that you are a strategic and digital marketing expert. What is it that you do, right? For example, in my case, I'm a digital marketer. I'm an educator in digital marketing, and I help SMEs and startups with their digital marketing needs, right? So I would want that everybody should have a full-fledged, complete LinkedIn profile, so that if anybody is coming onto your profile, they would very easily know who you are, why you are, and what do you do, right? Right. This is one of my students. He's just ventured into freelancing. Just look what he says. So this guy, he's a food blogger, and he's just turned as a digital marketer as well. Very recently got certain certifications, and now been very active on freelancing platforms. It's just been 2 months, and we started doing content writing and digital marketing jobs through LinkedIn as well. And I'm going to show you exactly what you can do. So when you are looking at small scale, um, when you're looking at the small scale industries, right? For example, who do you think would be the decision maker? Guys, I'm just going to be turning off my webcam because it is taking a lot of bandwidth. So I hope that's all right with you. Right. So let's say I want to reach out to certain organizations within a particular area. What I can simply do on LinkedIn is, let's say, CEO or marketing head or co-founder. Do you agree with me that mostly these guys would be the decision makers in any small organization who would be looking to employ freelancers? Yes or no? For example, I'm getting Mr. Steve Zales, CEO, President, Division Head at certain organization, Amit Lal, Russell Metcalf, CEO, Jack Austin, CEO and founder, different people out there. And these are not going to be the CEOs of very large organizations, but just the right target audience, just the right target market, small and medium entrepreneurs who would want to have freelancers in the business. All I'm simply going to do is to connect with them. Let's suppose Mr. Russell out here. What I've found that this guy is a CEO and co-founder at Clarico Food Executive Search. So I look at their website, I look at their current website, current social media, current whatever digital presence they have, right? I'm going to do a small audit. So another step is find out decision makers on LinkedIn, right? Check their profiles, right? Audit their digital presence, right? And then what should you do when you're auditing their digital presence? What do you think strategically you should be doing when you're auditing someone and you also want their business? You want to be a freelancer for their business. What should you do in that scenario, guys? Anyone? Once you're auditing their digital presence, what all factors should you be looking at? Nandini, Vidya, Sneh, Anisha, Kanishka, do you have any views on this? What should you be doing when you're auditing? Auditing means looking at how their digital performance is right now. What is it that is good on their website? What is which is bad on their website? Do they have a Facebook presence? Do they have an Instagram presence? Do they have website ranking? Are they using Google Ads? Should we be doing that before pitching ourselves to any client? Yes or no? Perfect. Now what I will do is, let's say I want to send them a message on LinkedIn itself that, hey, what's his name? Hey, Russell, really impressed with what you have created as a business. Curious to know if you have any of the following digital presence. Now in this, I'm basically going to be writing all those things which he does not have. Do you agree with me? If I tell them कि आपकी website तो बहुत अच्छी है, they'll be like, yeah, I know it's very good. So why should I talk to you, right? All I need to do is very subtly tell them, curious to know if you have any following digital presence. Is your website ranking on the top of the searches? Are you having incoming traffic from social media channels? So basically what I'm doing, I'm asking him those exact questions for which he will have to think, नहीं यार मेरी website तो top rank नहीं है, नहीं यार I'm not getting any traffic from social media channels, I'm not even present on those social media channels, right? And then he would say, all right, thanks for bringing that to my notice. And you will reply to them, that's great, how about I help you with getting your website ranked on the top of the searches and helping you with getting a social media presence. Now, if you have already told the person, if you've already told the decision maker that what is their pain point and what is their need and what is the solution that you can offer, will they then agree to work with you? Yes or no? Will they then at least realize the value that you can offer them in their business? Yes, right? So that is how you build connections on LinkedIn, and that is how you source freelancing projects as well from LinkedIn, right? So one way is definitely you go out on Upwork. This is all the activity that you're doing on upwork.com. That's a freelancing platform. Or you could do the same activity on another freelancing platform called Fiverr. We discussed about that yesterday as well. And one of the most uh, the best way of reaching out to people, professional people, is LinkedIn. Find out who the decision makers are, reach out to them, connect with them, and tell them, or at least give them an idea that listen, आप बहुत सही चीज कर रहे हो, everything is great, but I think आपकी website ranking और ऊपर हो जानी चाहिए थी. Your competitor is already there, right? Yeah, I think you're not that very active on Instagram, from where you're missing out a lot of money, a lot of business. So you're telling them, आप have you watched the movie Inception? How many of you guys have watched the movie Inception? That the one with Leonardo DiCaprio, Christopher Nolan's movie. Anybody? So what was the whole objective of that movie? Was एक thought किसी के दिमाग में embed कर देना, right? Put that thought into somebody's mind and then see how the action unfolds, right? Similarly, as strategic digital marketers, as people who want to get freelancing business, what you need to do is also implant that thought into your target market's mind and tell them that these are the issues that might have that are impacting your business growth, and this is how I can help you with. And my skills in helping you are all of these skills that we've discussed about. I can help you with SEO, I can help you with Google Ads, I can help you with social marketing, I can help you with so on and so forth. Does that make sense, everyone? How much of this knowledge do you think is going to help you on a scale of 1 to 5? 1 being it's not going to help me, 5 this is cool, I really learned a lot, this is awesome. Very nice. Brilliant. So where do you guys stand? How many of you guys are ready to become freelancers or become your own business owners or are ready to implement digital marketing in your own businesses? How many of you guys want to do that? Dhanush, you're ready? All right, perfect. How about others? Great. So in terms of finding out ki if I have to implement all of this, do you find there is any skill gap for you guys? What is the skill gap that you found for yourself, that all right, I'm interested in giving myself as a digital marketer, but I need to be having these different knowledges? Have you had a little time to think about that yesterday and today? How many of you guys think that you need to work upon certain skills of yours so that you can truly become proper successful freelancers or business owners or get a better paying job? Having a strong and catchy profile is what you think, Sneh? That's great, guys. All right, so this is where we talk about this was the entire aim of these 2 days webinar series that we had with us, that you also spend your time on, which is primarily that why should you become Atmanirbhar, right? Why it is important to become Atmanirbhar in today's time. That means becoming self-reliant, right? And why? What are the skills which are required, which are totally and truly going to help you become self-reliant, and you can start working from your home at the point itself, right? So, in keeping that in mind, I have something to share with you guys, and it's totally up to your perusal. We have recently launched our own Atmanirbhar series as well. And if you or if you know anybody who would be interested in developing their skills as a digital marketer, or who would be interested in getting into digital marketing, they can obviously uh, learn more and reach out to us. I'll very quickly show you what is it that we're trying to do with our project, right? So this is us. What I'm interested in showing you is what is it that we are incorporating in our entire course that we have, right? We'll be sharing all of this with you on your emails as well, so you can go through that in detail. But what we are trying to do, our mission is basically to create as many Atmanirbhar self-reliant professionals as possible, right? The more of us as a community out there, the better it would be for all of us, in order to get the right kind of businesses, right? And also make money while the whole world is in a lockdown, right? So what we're trying to do, we're trying to get an advanced digital marketing course which will be focusing on all of these different digital marketing skills that we've talked about. Most importantly, you will learn how you can become a freelancer, or you can start your own business, how you can contribute to the economy, obviously, what are your most profitable skills. We'll be talking about not only just from a digital marketing's perspective, but my aim and our institute's aim is to make you understand the importance of strategic marketing. There are a lot of digital marketers out there in the world, and if we ask them that where is the strategy coming from, and they will have no answer. But what we want to collectively have is to develop marketing mindset in our minds, right? So we have that as a part of our course structure as well, right? You'll see the 4 P's of marketing, communication, all of those activities. And then we have an entire module on digital marketing skills, which would help you understand website development, social media marketing, search engine optimization. There's a lot of different skills that you can learn. What is also something that we are doing and none of anybody else is doing is this aspect. If one of you or any one of you that who knows, who wants to get into this kind of business, we're also helping them with creating their business entities in India. That means, how do you incorporate a company and a business in India? What are the legal aspects which are required? How do you make money? What are the taxes? So on and so forth. So truly, if you want to begin your business today, a digital business, a freelancing business, what all things you would be requiring? So we'll be helping you out with incorporating your company or your LLP, so on and so forth, right? So this is a 15 module course that we are trying to reach out, that we're trying to do in collaboration with the government of India, right? We are in collaboration with Skill India, government of India itself, and a lot of features to this course which you can look at, right? I hope this is visible to you. One of the also things that we're doing is being able to provide no cost EMI to students as well. So you can look at, and all of this entire program is being given as an access to students for 25,000 only, for a time period of 3 months. And if you yourself or anybody who wants to become truly independent and want to work in this kind of an environment, would want to learn skills which are going to be having a lot of impact in the future, you can surely contact us on our email IDs as well as on our website, right? So I just quickly wanted to show you this as well. So if you think you guys are ready to delve into more knowledge, right, you guys would want to start with your freelancing business, you could always reach out to us, right? All right, guys, so I hope you've had a very successful 2 days with us. On a scale of 1 to 5, do you think this time that you spent on these sessions with us, it was productive, it was informative for all of you guys? Yes or no? Or you can say, you can mark us from 1 to 5, 1 being the least, 5 being yes, it was very interesting. That's great. Perfect. So with your permission, guys, we'll be sending you a couple of emails that would talk to you about our program, our entire Atmanirbhar series, and what is it that we're offering. You can go through that, and if you think that either yourself would want to develop your business, or you'd want to, be a freelancer, or somebody else who is ready to get this knowledge, they can always contact us. All right. So right after this email, not only right after the session, not only will you be getting the recording of this free session that we have today as well, but also a couple of emails that can enhance your furthermore knowledge about what is the mission that IDMAE is on. Right. So thank you so much, guys, for being with us for both these days. I'm pretty excited to talk to you, a couple of you guys, maybe in the next week or so, right? And hopefully, whatever you choose to do, whether you want to become a freelancer or a business owner or simply learn new skills, I hope and I wish you all the success from the bottom of my heart. And I hope that you truly utilize this time in order to make something good of this opportunity that we have at hand, this opportunity to build digital business and digital economy. All right. So I hope all of you guys enjoy the session, and see you soon uh, in the coming few days, or whenever we have another free series like this for all of you guys. All right. So thank you so much, guys, and wish you all the best. Sanilu, on the email, we'll talk about that. We'll get that to you. Thank you very much. You're welcome, Kanishka. You're welcome, Uchicha. You're welcome, Ashika. You're welcome, Nandini. Welcome, Sneh. Welcome, Dhanush. Welcome, Praveen. Thank you so much, Sandulu. The pleasure is all mine, Sandulu. Hopefully that should be benefiting you as well. If anybody has any questions in the meanwhile, if you want to ask any questions, we can unmute the chat and you can ask your questions if you'd want. Anybody, Anisha, Vidya, Dhanush, Ashika, Yati, anybody has any question, feel free to let me know and we can talk about those questions as well. Anybody is having any doubt, any questions that I could help you with? All right then, guys, I would take that as everybody is satisfied with the 2 sessions that we've had. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening and take care of yourself throughout the next week, and hopefully we'll meet again. Good luck, guys. Take care. Bye bye.